مخدوم صاحب
سر
جو ابھی ہمیں انفارم کیا گیا سبجیکٹ ٹو واٹ دی الیکشن کمیشن کنفرمز.
تازہ ترین صورتحال سے آپ کو آگاہ کرتے چلیں کہ الیکشن کمیشن کے وکیل نے سپریم کورٹ میں خط کا حوالہ دیا ہے. آج کی سماعت میں الیکشن کمیشن کی جانب سے ان کے وکیل پیش ہوئے اور ان کا کہنا تھا کہ ہمارے پاس سنی اتحاد کونسل کے چیئرمین حامد رضا خان کا خط موجود ہے. 26 فروری 2024 کو بھیجے گئے اس خط پر حامد رضا خان کے دستخط بھی موجود ہیں، جس میں انہوں نے کہا کہ کسی بھی ممبر نے سنی اتحاد کونسل کے نشان پر الیکشن نہیں لڑا. یاد رہے کہ یہ معاملہ مخصوص نشستوں کا ہے. مزید اس کارروائی میں کیا کچھ ہوا آئیے دیکھتے ہیں.
We have been informed that the nomination papers, the declaration given was that of SIC. So now the situation may be totally different. It is not undisputed, subject to what the election commission confirms. If that declaration was given, then the gentleman was a candidate of SIC.
My lord,
And that is what the seat was secured by SIC in the National Assembly. There must be a certificate of affiliation from...
may I, your lordship, this was something extraneous to the petition. It is not there in the body of the petition or the appeal. It has been said over here. But I was referring, your lordship, to a document which has been filed by the Election Commission. It was on that basis that I made that submission. May I respectfully draw your lordship's attention again to CMA 5840 of 2024 in Civil Appeal 333 at page 111.
مخدوم صاحب وہ آپ بعد میں ہم دیکھ لیں گے once the election commission confirms.
But I was...
that will be the factual position.
My lord, the factual position also is that at the moment there is, that factual position may change, but at the moment there is a letter on the record dated 26th February 2024 signed by Sahibzada Muhammad Hamid Raza, Chairman, Sunni Ittihad Council, which states categorically on 26th February 2024 that no candidate contested in the general elections 2024 on the symbol of Sunni Ittihad Council. Therefore, the list regarding women candidates does not exist and is not submitted.
Symbol jo hai has not, speaking for myself, has nothing to do with the fact whether a candidate has contested the elections as an independent or as a party candidate. It is his declaration in the nomination papers which would be crucial.
My lord, that is, I am not privy to that, but that will come before.
And it's also relevant, as we've just been told, and subject to what the election commission says, that was he denied contesting the election against the symbol of the horse, and why was he denied that, which made him also compelled him to contest as an independent. So it changes the way this case has been argued.
I do not, your ladyship, dispute that observation. May I only submit that this was not the case set up before the election commission or in the pleadings before the High Court or in the petition or appeal before your ladyship
So then
and your
let's
lordship.
not rely on this fact for now until it's confirmed.
Well, I am only saying that this fact has not even been alleged. Throughout these proceedings, this is not a contested fact.
This letter does not show that they were denied the symbol or they were not allowed to contest it. It's a very simple letter. They themselves informed the ECP.
This letter
Not
does
the case.
This letter does not show, and my lord, the pleadings do not show that they wanted to contest and on the symbol of a horse.
It means that there was a symbol
SIC.
was available. They say that nobody contested the election on
Yes.
the symbol. It means
Yes.
there was a symbol. Otherwise, so there was no mentioning of symbol. It was snatched by the ECP. Then what is the fun of mentioning this case? Nobody contested the election on the symbol.
My
There
lord,
was a symbol then.
insofar as I am concerned, till this disclosure made this morning, this was the undisputed position from the pleadings of the parties. And that was the basis of my submission.
Ali Khan, I think it's pretty settled law that everything has to be said on the basis of pleadings.
Yes.
I mean, law points, of course, you can agitate. Now, so sorry, we will go by what the pleadings are. Unless there's something in the pleadings saying to the contrary, fine.
My lord, my friends with
It's
them,
neither our case to build up someone's case, nor is it our job to demolish anyone's case. We will go by the facts as have been stated. It's for the other side to say this fact is not factually correct, or that's your prerogative or their prerogative.
my lord, my friends with the matchless industry will be able to point out if I am in error on this, but my case before this honorable court is that this was not a fact in issue before either the Election Commission of Pakistan or before the Peshawar High Court or even before this honorable court in the pleadings submitted before this honorable court, first as CPLA or as civil appeal, or even in the very elaborate and extensive submissions made over the course of 3 days.
You see, from your point of view, nothing turns on this fact. The relevant argument from your point of view is proportional representation system. And your case has to be how these women fall within the concept of a proportional representation system and why should not be considered disproportionate to the number of seats won. So that's primarily where your case comes in.
With your ladyship's leave, I'll take it a little further.
All right.
And my case is that proportional representation system is not a stand-alone phrase in the Constitution. It is the proportional representation system of political parties' list of candidates.
Fair enough, but from that list, proportionately named reserve seats के लिए लिए जाएंगे. So you would have to explain this concept of proportional representation.
ये भी आप बताएंगे कि क्या ये जो representation है, proportional representation, allocation के लिए क्या fixed criteria है, fixed percentage है, और it varies from situation to situation. कि कितने बुनियाद, suppose आपने 10 seats कौमी असेंबली की जीती हैं तो आपको 1 सीट मिलेगी, आपने 20 सीट जीती हैं तो 2 मिलेंगे. क्या ये फिक्स है या ये चेंज होता रहेगा?
The basis on which it has been worked out, the proportion is not exact, and it has not even been exactly worked out even in the Constitution. If your lordship takes a look very kindly at clause 3 of Article 51, your lordship will see in case of women, both the general seats and the women's seats are mentioned. And if your lordship will see the criteria for Balochistan, it is apparent that almost 4 MNAs will get 1 seat. It is Balochistan 16 and the women's seats are 4, so the proportion is...
Suppose 2 of them are independent and they do not join any party. Then what would be the ratio? Whether it will be 4 or it will be less than 4 or it will be more than 4?
My lord, in my submissions it would have come a bit later in the day, but I'll answer it right away. My submission would be that if there were, out of these 16, 8 independents and 8 candidates belonging to 2 political parties, the 4 women's seats will go to the 2 political parties equally.
Mr. Makhdoom Ali Khan,
My lord.
let me try and understand what your case is, because you see, one reason I can very easily understand why the Constitution doesn't say that is because as an arithmetical calculation, for a particular political party, the proportional seats may come out as a fraction. And obviously that fraction has to be either adjusted up or down, and I think there's something in the rules that does that. But just to understand where you stand, and since your candidates include, say, PMLN, so just to take that as an example for no other reason, meaning PMLN, got a certain number of reserved seats, right, which is not in dispute, right? Now, I'm just looking at that, so I'm not looking at the disputed number. How did you get that number? Because you secured or won, you meaning PMLN, a certain number of seats, say from Punjab province, I mean, because it's province-wise, right? Now, how was it determined that you, PMLN, had won those many seats in Punjab province? Presumably because that many returned candidates fought the election on a certain election symbol, whatever your symbol is. But it seems to me that those candidates got that election symbol because in the nomination forms that they had submitted under the Parent Act,